Hello there guys, RMP792 here. Rogue One trailer. I didn't bother watching the teaser yesterday because it was 11 seconds long. What the I do not get the point of this whole we're going to tease the trailers, because that to me is just trying to have your cake and then eat it and then shove it down everybody's throat. It's annoying. Anyway, so we now have a proper 2-minute long trailer. Or it might be like 1 minute 40, but whatever. It's a proper length trailer and looks promising. I get very much like the trailer for Force Awakens. It doesn't really show you anything, but it gets it shows you a few of the big moments and enough to make you kind of curious to know what the hell's going on without giving the whole plot away, which is a problem that a lot of modern trailers fall into. They just show you the entire film condensed down into 3 minutes. Look at you, Batman v Superman trailer 2. Anyway. But yeah, so obviously I'm a Star Wars fan. I've been keeping my eye on Rogue One for a while, and the basic plot, as I understand it, is it's a, to all intents and purposes, a heist movie where they're trying to get their hands on the Death Star plans. This has been done before in the expanded universe many times. In fact, it got done so many times in the expanded universe that they actually had to come up with a reason why it had been done so many times, given that the whole expanded universe was canon with itself. So the explanation they basically came up with was the Empire had scattered the Death Star plans all over the place rather than keep them in one location, which could potentially be compromised. So basically when Kyle Katarn got his hands on the plans, and when what the hell's her name? Anyway, and when loads and loads of different people got their hands on the plans, and basically they all got different bits of the plans, and then they all got transmitted to Princess Leia, who just combined them into one massive file, which is what R2 had, and so on and so forth. So that's a perfectly reasonable setup. I'm liking the fact Mon Mothma's back. We haven't seen Mon Mothma since Episode 6. Again, she was a fairly major player in the expanded universe, so I'm curious to see what they do with her here. I suspect she's pretty much just going to be, oh yes, I'm in charge, go and do this job for us. But that's okay, it's that was pretty much our role in 6. So, again, curious to see what they do there. You get a vague indication of some of the new characters. So, we've got this, kind of street hero female character, and incidentally, this is now effectively the second Star Wars film in a row where the lead is a female. Hell yes, we need more movies with female leads, and I'm not just talking about rom-coms and the like. More action movies with female leads, please. At least partially because it annoys the kind of people I don't like. The kind of people who'll come on and say, but women shouldn't be in action movies unless they're just arm candy for a big strapping guy. No. Let's see them kick ass and be awesome. On the subject of kicking ass and looking awesome, was there a guy in there beating up stormtroopers with a stick? Because that's kind of cool. I'll be honest, I'm kind of hoping that guy isn't a Force user. For the simple reason that, given that it's set during the Galactic... Is it the Galactic Purge era? Or the Rise of the... Well, technically it's the Rise of the Empire era, but it's also the time of the Great Jedi Purge and various other things going on, depending on how much of that is canon. But here's the thing, I haven't seen Rebels. It's bloody impossible to see Rebels legally in this country. I haven't even seen the end of Clone Wars, which is annoying. I've seen the first 3 series of Clone Wars when it was okay. And the general comment is from about Season 4 into 5, it actually got really good, and Rebels is widely regarded as pretty good. But, I can't see it legally in this country. It's not on Netflix or anything like that, which is unhelpful. Which is a pity, because I'd quite like to watch it. I saw the pilot, which they let leak onto YouTube, but I haven't seen the rest of it. Which is annoying. But anyway, so don't know what's going on in effectively what we would dub the Disney canon, but in the expanded universe canon, there was a lot going on during this period. And as I said, I would prefer it if we could actually... Don't get me wrong, I love Jedi, I love Force users, but I think it would be interesting to see a film in the Star Wars universe that doesn't include them at all. This is just ordinary people fighting back against the Empire however they can. And incidentally, that shot of the Death Star's effectively main laser getting put into thing doesn't make sense, because given the size of the components involved, you'd think they'd just build it in place, but I kind of don't care because that shot is actually really cool. So yeah, that could be interesting. The AT-ATs at the end, always nice to see AT-ATs. My only concern is... Actually, no, no. I was going to say that Empire kind of implies that they've never seen them before, but I suppose given that they refer to them as Imperial Walkers, that implies they probably have seen them before. Okay, ignore that point, but the AT-ATs... I don't know, they looked a little CG-ish to me. I'll always be a sucker for the classic stop-motion ones. Again, that it could well be an effect shot that's not 100% finished and needs a little bit of tweaking yet, so we'll see. Hopefully they can clean that up a little bit more. Bits of it were a little lens flary, I noticed. That's probably... I appreciate J.J. Abrams doesn't really have anything to do with this apart from... I can't remember. I don't think he's listed as a producer or anything like that. So that's fine. Who else? We had... Can't remember who else we've had. There was definitely a droid running around back there, and was it Alan Tudyk who's been rumored to be doing a motion capture role or something like that? Who's probably going to be a droid. So that could be fun. But yeah, as I say, it doesn't really show much, but what it shows is promising. And who's the Moff in white, I wonder? There's some rumours bouncing around that that's Tarkin, which is always possible. But again, I'd rather they take the opportunity to expand the universe and show us other things and other people. So it doesn't have to be Tarkin. At least partially because nobody's ever going to top Peter Cushing, because he's just awesome, or he was. But and there's also rumours that Vader's in there, and there's definitely a guy in black who kneels at one point in front of a thing, so that could be Vader, but we're not sure. Again, if Vader's in it, I don't care who's in the suit, because it's the suit. But voice-wise, it kind of has to be James Earl Jones. Don't get me wrong, the TV shows and things like that and the games have usually done a pretty decent job of getting impersonators, but for the movies I would always want it to be James Earl Jones, because it's James Earl Jones, for God's sake. He's just got one of those voices. But yeah, as I say, generally positive looking, though it's always difficult to tell from trailers. And yeah, I think that's pretty much my thoughts. Let's face it, it's a 2-minute trailer and I've got 8 minutes worth of waffle out of it, so we'll call that a win. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in future videos.